Here are the 5 most important things that I've learned from running a photo booth business for the past 13 years. Number 1, it's a marathon, not a sprint. A lot of people, just like myself, when they first start off they want to go quick. But in the process of trying to just go fast, you're not setting yourself up for the long term. And I like this in a whole analogy of like running, right? When it comes to running your business, if you're sprinting, guess what? You're not going to go very far. You can go, but a marathon, pacing yourself, making the right moves so you can run longer, it's difficult. I'm talking building relationships. That takes time. That's not a sprint move. Building your website with good Google ranking, right? SEO. Those are like power moves that will last you a lifetime. So just remember, you're going to be in business for a long time. So you start making those moves that you'll see the benefits down the road. And again, remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Coming in at number 2 is trends come and go, but the photo booth will stick around forever. So I've been around a while, right? 13 years. I've seen things pop off at one day, and then flash forward a year later, you're not seeing that type of hype. Let me just talk about some trends, right? The 360 booth. I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear this, but it's a trend. A one-trick pony, right? Spinning around you. That's it, video. There's things like the audio guest book that are popular right now. There's things like the photo booth magazine cover, photo booth trading card. There's a lot of things. But one thing that will stand the test of time to me is a photo booth. Photos are always going to be around. Photo booths have existed for decades and decades and decades, and it's looking like they're still going to stick around. So if you're asking me, are these trends like the 360, the retro audio guest book, are these going to be around in a couple decades? I don't think so. Maybe they fade away, maybe they come back, but you can rely on a photo booth. So build a business. And if you build a business on a trend, just understand trends have expiration dates. What a bar that was. Trends have expiration dates. Coming in at number 3 is customers are worth $1 million. Let me explain, right? Most of you may think, well, a customer's worth whatever I'm charging. So if you're charging $500 for a rental, you may say, well, this customer's worth $500. But me, being in this business for 13 years, I can look back at my second event ever, right? And see how much money that customer is truly worth over time. So think about this. Yes, maybe I charged $500 13 years ago, but how many times did that customer hire me again? How many referrals did I get from that customer? How much, engagement and followers did I get and more bookings that I get from the content that I got at these events? You have to see the whole picture, and I can literally look back and trace down how much some customers are. And I know obviously $1 million is a stretch, but once you make that mind shift, you're going to treat each event differently. But more importantly, you're going to hyper focus on keeping clients and just the overall worth of a client. Number 4 is community over competition. When I first started, I did not want to work with any photo booth owners. I had that competitive mindset that's competition, right? If there's a photo booth owner over here, I can't work with them. That's competition. I need to do whatever I do to destroy them. I can't work with my competition. That is the biggest mistake. The moment I flipped that switch in my head and was like, instead of looking at that person as competition, why don't I try to work with them? Why don't we build relationships, friendships? That way, if they get overbooked, they can give me that booking. And if I have an event that I can't do or don't want to do, I have an ally. So trust me, if you want to go far, go with other people. If you want to go fast, you're going to go by yourself. Community over competition is something invaluable. The sooner you can get that in your head, I promise you, the more doors will open and the more money you'll make. Coming in at number 5 is charge what you're worth, okay? A lot of photo booth owners go down this rabbit hole of trying to find their pricing for their photo booth business, and they're just taking advice from a ton of strangers. That's insane. I even kind of did the same when I first started, and as time went by in my business, I started realizing that I can charge what I feel like I'm worth. And if I'm marketing my business to the correct people, they're going to see my worth, right? And if you're focusing on marketing your business on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, the bare minimum, right? Of course, you're going to have people that are going to think maybe you're charging too much because they're going to have access to all these other people doing the same thing. So like, if you want to be able to charge what you're worth, again, it goes back to number 1. It's a marathon. So If you build relationships in this industry with venues, wedding planners, DJs, other photo booth companies, you can charge whatever you feel like you're worth. And that's a beautiful place to be in, my friends, where literally every time you're out there working, you're not wondering if you're undercharging yourself, you're not overworking yourself for a little bit of pay. Like, I'm at a place in my business where I'm comfortable with what we're charging because I know that's what we're worth. And again, it always falls back on, where are you marketing your business, right? If you want customers with money, well then go to the places where these people are spending money. Venues, right? If you're on Facebook Marketplace, you have the bottom of the bottom types of clients. The people that are just trying to look for the lowest price. They're just trying to get the best deal. They don't care about service or what you think you're worth. They only care what they have to give you, which is how much money they want to spend. So these are the 5 things that I've learned since being a photo booth owner for 13 years. Again, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And remember, if you want to start this business, go to photobooth101.com. We sell all of this beautiful equipment you see behind me. We got the backdrops, the props, the printer, everything. That's photobooth101.com. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll see you soon.